Hey guys, what's up? I'm back here again, and well, for today I'm gonna cover the issue of slavery in Islam. And yes, that's what I said, slavery in Islam. Um, the funny thing about it is that the Muslims, they claim that, oh, their religion, it's of God and this and that. Let's take a look at these two verses that are directly out of the Quran. This is not my opinion. To be honest, I didn't even want anything to do with it. I really could have cared less, but since the opportunity presented itself, I said, hey, you know what? Might as well just find out the factual, their own version of the truth according to what they believe by their own holy book. This is not my opinion or anybody else's opinion. This is easily provable if you look in the Quran. So, all right, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Okay, Surah 2 verses 221, and it says, and do not marry al-mushrikat, which means idolatresses, till they believe in Allah alone. And indeed, a slave woman who believes is better than a free mushrikah, idolatress, even though she pleases you. Wow. Hmm. Wow. And the rest of that verse is, it says, and verily, a believing slave is better than a free mushrik, idolater, even though he pleases you. Whoa. Okay. So a believing slave is better than a free mushrik. You see how contradictory that is? Wait a minute now. If Why would they be considered slaves if they believe in Muhammad and Allah? Or why would this Allah, or why would Muhammad, why would they consider their own belief, some of their own believing populace as slaves? If they believe, they shouldn't even be a slave. You see, so they already contradict themselves already as it is. And better yet, where it says, even though she pleases you, or down at the rest of the verses, even though he pleases you. So when he or she pleases you, you can just imagine anything that pleases you, no matter how, whether it be right or wrong, perverse or not. Pleasing is pleasing, right? And besides, they're a slave, so I guess technically you can do whatever you please with them. So it matches up, which is kind of odd because they're claiming that they're all peace and God, and yet they're talking about slavery. What? Okay, here's another verse. Surah 33, verse 52. It is not lawful for you to marry other women after this, nor to change them for other wives, even though their beauty attracts you, except those captives or slaves whom your right hand possesses. Allah is watcher of all things. What the hell? I mean, this is just insane. Yeah, I mean, even though their beauty attracts you, except those captives or slaves whom your right hand possesses. I'm sorry, but if this Muhammad claims that he's off God or the true God, then there's no chance that he should even be owning slaves, should even be taking slaves, much less slaves pleasing him, even though he or she pleases you. I mean, what the hell? Oh, I mean, since their religion basically, and according to their own prophet Muhammad, since they basically have no problems with having slaves or and all of that, why would I even want to be in a religion that's basically it's okay to have slaves? I mean, what the hell? I mean, when you trace that to its logical end, I mean, you see the insanity of it. Yeah. So basically, why would I even want to be a part of a religion like this? I mean, seriously, you know? It reminds me of the whole the civil rights movement and all the slavery stuff that happened here in America, you know? So you can just imagine the insanity that was going on back in those times. I mean, slavery. This Muhammad dude, he can't be Afghan. And remember, when he says slaves, basically, just like any regular slave, whether the slave is 3 years old, 6 years old, or 25 years old, it doesn't matter. A slave is a slave, right? Logically, a slave is a slave. So this man, he could have had slaves, but whether it be women or men or vice versa, or whatever. And these slaves could basically please him. So basically, he can be as perverse as he wants, and then basically justify by saying, "Oh, Allah says this, and it's good," and whoa. I mean, that's just insane. I mean, can you just imagine? Do you see what kind of perverse doors this opens up? I mean, do you see the madness that you can get into here if you follow this to its logical end? When you measure the parameters of what these verses are saying, there's no way this Allah can be the real God. Or I mean, it's insane. That sounds like something the devil will come up with. I mean, hey, the devil wouldn't mind having you as a slave. I mean, let's be honest here. The devil sure wouldn't mind having you as a slave. So, but, I mean, because they're claiming peace and they're having slaves. But, well, oh well, see you in the next part.